Let me tell you, choosings. One thing some people don't understand about us is that we don't look always like what they expect. Sometimes God, I don't know how God do this. God truly don't put you or make you look like what they expect. So that at the beginning they will just do or they will just talk rubbish. They will just treat you like a trash. They will just mess up with you. They will just take you like how will I say it? They will just treat you like this, throw you out, messed up with you before realizing that this is not that person that we're supposed to treat like this. So my head is paying me. I can't laugh the way I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes God don't present you like a great meal. I'm just making a video. So, appreciating what you all have done, the donation, the support. Then I realized this organic mist of God, carrying out his missions, that sometimes God don't present you like the way people expect you to look like. Like, even in your own family, you got to understand one thing, that at the beginning you don't look like what people expect. Even your own parents, your own family, your own brothers, you don't truly organically appear like that kind of person that you're supposed to appear. Because there are some people that will look at you and said, this our son is just, we wish we even did not have him. We wish we did not even, like, have access to bring him into this world. What is going on? Is this one not a liability? Is this one not a waste of time? This ones we make it, but we don't believe in this one. Oh my God. You understand? There are some certain categories of people that if they start to tell you their story, what they have gone through, you understand that your own is more better, bro. I can remember when I was a kid. So that is why I love my mom and I love my dad, because they suffer a lot to bring me to this world. This is not about that I'm appreciating them, because they are not even going to see my video. They are not in social media, and they don't use social media at all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that someone will just wake up one day and said, come and see what your son is doing. I don't believe that. And they don't have time, because they are already old. So for them to see this, it does not mean in nothing. They won't even have that time. You know what I'm saying? So what am I saying is that when I was born, I was very, very small, to the point where some people start to tell my mom, is it not better you throw this son in the river? This son is just going to be something that will not survive. So when I grow up, so there was a day that I come back from school. So while my mom was rearranging the room, everything, after like 8 years or 6 years like that, if not more than 6 years or 8 years. So while my mom was rearranging the room, reforming some certain things, so she saw a cloth of mine when I was 4 years, a bit 3 years. So she said, Samson, come here. You stubborn boy, come here. I said, Mom, what have I done again? With that smile as a last born. So you know that there are some spirit that last born possess, that they believe within them that they can do or undo. So my mom come and said, do you see this? It's my mom, who have this cloth? This cloth is too small. See, that is the cloth that I wear you. And I wear you this kind of cloth like 4 to 5 before I will be able to put you in my back. I said, Mom, are you serious? He said, yes, boy, I'm serious. You think I'm lying? This is the cloth. You can ask your aunties, ask people around. I look at it and I start to remember some certain word that my dad shared with me, how I was brought up with fish. My dad will go to farm in the morning because he is a meat typer. So when he's coming back from the market, where he goes always to go and sell his certain stuff, he will buy a head of fish, buy fish in bunks, and he will bring it and cook it. Because my sister is a little bit big. So I'm the one that have a little stature. So they will cook it, I will eat. They said that is how they were able to raise me. That is how I was able to survive. So when I start to grow up, some people start to ask my mom, Samson is already big, yo. Samson is getting well. Samson is doing this. So when I start to wake up, I start to notice those people. Anytime they come to our house, I will not laugh with them. I will not smile with them. So not because I'm sharing this to discourage or to make people feel what my mom have gone through, or maybe to bust my mom or my dad here to make them feel great. No, because I'm not in social media. I'm not going to watch it, no matter how. So why am I saying this is that you as a person, never you underrate nobody. Never you come to a point of concluding nobody. I don't care the level. They may be in the hospital, they may be in a sick bed, they may be at home, they may be in a critical situation where nobody believes that they will survive. They may be at a point in their life where everything is already messed up. But remember that an article of a moment, a minute and a second, God can recarnate. God can refracture. God can reorganize. God can organically transform such life that if you see them, you'll just be wondering. When the brothers of Joseph, said Joseph, if I tell you about only my story, when brothers of Joseph look at Joseph, they said, why you? And they carried Joseph, they put him in the pit, and they noticed that if we drop him here, there will surely be an evidence that we do it. He can't fall here. So they bring him out, and they do what? They kill a rat and all those ones. They use it to rub his cloth and take the cloth and sew him out. He said, this is the point where we can go home and tell our father that the animals have already killed him. A clear evidence. But not knowing that is the beginning of breakthrough. So I don't care. The reason why I'm telling you this is that majority of us today may be single, that in time to come we start to give, reproduce, recreate, etc. in anywhere you want, maybe your business. I'm not talking about only reproducing in human, creating babies. No, not only that, in all ratification. Never you underrate those who are under you, because sometimes God don't let them look like what you accurately want them to look like. Sometimes God don't make them appear like that person you truly want them to look like. Sometimes God don't want them to come in form of that person that you desire. They will look like this, my mentor, my bishop, my this. Because sometimes, I'm not saying only this, but look at it. Sometimes your helper does not come from those whom you think. You will look at your boss. You say, let me carry the name of my boss. Let me go and pray. This boss will transform my life. This boss is the one that is going to be my helper. But not knowing that a beggar up there, a homeless man, is the one that God is going to use to transform your life. Not knowing that a salary earner is the person that God is going to use to transform your life, because it's not only about them, are accurately appearing like what you want. It is about what they carry. So never you come to a point of looking at people and said, they won't do this. I was calling my mom one day. So while I was talking with my mom said something. If someone would have told me that a day I will call you and ask you for money, I will never believe it. If somebody would have told me back then when I give birth to you that a time will come where I will tell you, my son, please, can you send me this? Can you help me with this? I don't have money. I need this. She said she will never in her life believe it. Because of what? Because of what people said, and because of what indeed she will do, what she saw the baby she give birth to. Because let me tell you, you may treat people as a trash, but that people may be in a position tomorrow that for you to breathe, you need them. You know what I'm saying? You may treat people like maybe you have a house help in your home, and all that your children do, they sit and eat, mock him, pressure him, trash him, do anything, frustrate him, make him look like useless, make him look like it's nothing to them, treat him like a slave, treat him like that. But I have a shocking news. There was a man also like that they treated brutally. But guess what? It was the same man who they treated brutally is the one who was able to buy a casket for the man who treated her and his own wife. He was the only man who was able to raise a money that they were able to use to bury the two. None of their children were prosper. None of the children can even afford to buy a casket. Because let me tell you, don't look at somebody and say, I can do you anything, you will never make it, you can't survive without us, you can't live without us, you can't do this. My brother, there you go. The world, that is why sometimes I always thank my parents. We don't have money. This one is not about I'm underrating or say we don't have money. But the reason why I politely and organically love my parents is that they have brought me or they have led me to a point where I understand that there is nothing too hard for God to do. There is nothing too special for God to not to destroy. There is no man up there that is up there that God cannot bring down. And there is no man that is below what the ground that God cannot raise again. You know, why am I saying this? Is to let you know that it is very, very indeed intentionally for you to treat people well. It is very, very good for you to do what? To politely be nice with everybody, whether they are poor, whether they are not, whether they have this, whether they are not that, whether they are not in your class. My brother, humble yourself, because there are many who have been there that the Lord bring down. I tell you, it is not the will of God for those who are up there to come down, but it is our desire and our attitudes and character that will make heaven to shake it down. Because trust me, King Saul was there, but God brought him down to the dust. King David was on the ground, but God lifted him up. So what am I trying to say is this: let's grow to the point of loving everybody. Because they may not appear like you want. They may not come in form of person that can help you tomorrow. They may not be in a position where you will believe that they can become somebody that you will call for help tomorrow. They may not be in a position where you will believe that these people can do what can easily transform your life in next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 15 years, that they can be in a position where their own position, their own information, their own their own their own environment can transform your own environment. So never you treat people like they can't breathe without you, because our God is too organized to disorganize anyone that want to disorganize his own. So never you come to a point of underrating what God can do. Never you come to a point of thinking that you are too high that God cannot brought down. Never you come to a point that you think you are too rich that God cannot make you lose it. So believe me, let's be smart, let's be intelligent, let's be intentionally organized to love everybody. Don't treat people bad, bro, because your helper may be the one that you are treating bad today. Don't underrate people, because your helper may be the one that you are underrating today. Don't come to a point of costing people pain, because they may be in a position tomorrow to lift you up. This is not because I'm trying to create some certain thing, but I'm trying to tell you what God can do. Those people that you don't think that they can make it are the ones that God used to prove the world wrong. Those people that you call useless in your office, in your society, in a place, you look at them and say, these people cannot make it. Remember that you start from somewhere. Even if you were brought up with a super stone, ask your parents how they started. Everybody starts from crash. Nobody comes with riches. So I'm not talking only about money. I'm talking about being organically genuine with people. Love people genuinely, whether they like it or not. Show them that love. You know, this is why I love Jesus in all his preaching for 3 years. I've been 33 years, in his age of 33 years. In all his preaching, all that he say love your enemy. Love your enemy. Pray for those that persecute you. Help those that do or that want to destroy you. Assist them. Because why? They are not the owner of your life. They can say they are going to kill you, but if God don't permit it, it won't work. They can say they are going to do this, but if God don't permit it, it won't work. According to the book of Psalm 40 verse 14, he said, those who want to take my life, those who want to destroy me, those who want to assassinate, he said, the Lord, he said, he will put confusion. He will put a great confusion among them. He would indeed organize a confusion that he will put them to shame. He will disgrace them. And he will destroy their mission. So what is that thing that you are thinking, nobody is like you? There is someone like you, which is God. Remain blessed.